What you don't know about Baron Trump and Princess Leonor's relationship. A princess, a president's son, two worlds apart. But what if the story isn't what you think? What if behind the cameras, behind the crowns, something deeper was unfolding? This is what you don't know about Baron Trump and Princess Leonor. Script body. The world knows their names. Princess Leonor of Spain, the poised heir to a centuries-old monarchy. Barron Trump, the quiet son of one of America's most controversial presidents. Their lives were written on separate paths, one to rule, the other to retreat from politics. Yet somehow, against all odds, whispers of a connection began to spread. But what's the truth? What really binds these two figures together? It begins in silence. Leonor, born into expectation, every step rehearsed, every word weighed, every smile calculated. From the moment of her first public appearance, Spain knew her as their future queen. But beneath the polished exterior was a young woman craving something real, something outside the golden walls of duty. Across the Atlantic, Barron was growing up in a very different kind of palace. The White House. While his father dominated headlines and ignited controversy, Barron was a shadow, seen but not heard, observed but never truly understood. He carried himself with an air of detachment, a dignity that made people curious. Who was this boy who towered above his peers, who seemed immune to the circus around him? And then came the unexpected. International gatherings, state visits, the kind of diplomatic ceremonies where royals and presidents collide. It was there, away from the microphones, away from the choreographed handshakes, that Leonor and Barron first exchanged glances. What began as curiosity grew into conversation. Two young people, both heirs in their own way, both suffocating under expectation, found in each other a rare thing, understanding. They spoke of music, of studies, of the strange loneliness of being seen by millions yet truly known by none. And slowly, the bond deepened. But why keep it hidden? Because their union would defy every rule. Leonor, destined to marry within Europe's aristocracy. Barron, an outsider, carrying the weight of his father's name and America's fractured politics. The idea seemed impossible, even dangerous. And yet, love thrives in impossibility. The palace advisors worried. How could Spain's future queen be tied to a figure linked with so much controversy? Meanwhile, America's media mocked, speculating without mercy. But Leonor stood firm. She had inherited her mother's fire, her father's resolve. And Barron, though quiet, revealed a loyalty and calm strength few had ever seen. Behind closed doors, letters were exchanged. Secret meetings arranged during educational exchanges in Europe. Each encounter carved into their memory, each farewell a promise. They were not reckless, not naive. They understood the stakes better than anyone. Yet they also knew the heart cannot be silenced by crowns or politics. And so the questions began to swirl. What would happen if their relationship became public? Would Spain embrace an outsider consort? Would America claim pride in Barron's unexpected royal connection, or tear him apart with scrutiny? History offers clues. Royals marrying beyond borders has always shifted empires. From alliances sealed in love to unions sparking scandal, marriage has been the hidden hand behind dynasties. Could Leonor and Barron be the first to bridge two worlds not through treaties but through affection? The relationship, still cloaked in mystery, became a living paradox. To some, it was a fairy tale, a queen and her unexpected prince. To others, it was reckless, a danger to tradition, a scandal waiting to erupt. Yet the truth lay, not in speculation, but in the quiet, steady bond they shared away from cameras. Imagine Leonor, during her military training, writing letters to Barron across the ocean. Imagine Barron, retreating from the noise of politics, finding solace in the words of someone who understood the crushing weight of destiny. Imagine two lives, so different, becoming lifelines for each other. But here lies the deeper question. Could such a bond survive the full glare of the world? Could love remain pure under the weight of crowns, tabloids, and relentless expectation? This is what you don't know about their relationship. It was not about glamour, not about power. It was about humanity. Two young people stripped of normality, reaching for each other in the one place they could be themselves. Their story is still unwritten. Will Leonor, when crowned queen, bring Barron to her side as consort, rewriting Spain's royal tradition? Or will pressure force them apart, leaving their relationship as a whispered legend of what might have been? The world waits. Every appearance, every glance, every word is dissected. Yet beneath the noise lies something undeniable, a connection too deep to dismiss, too strong to ignore. This is not just a story about royalty. It is a story about choice. About courage. About the defiance of love against the machinery of power. And so, when you hear the names Princess Leonor and Barron Trump, look past the headlines. Look past the speculation. See instead two souls navigating the impossible. Two young hearts daring to write a new chapter in history. What you don't know is the truth is far more human than the fairy tale. And perhaps, that is why it matters. A princess. A president's son. Two worlds. One bond. And a future still waiting to be written.